Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are on Traveling Contractor Thursday, Throwback Thursday, so to speak. And we got a last minute request to do a little traveling. Really traveling, like big traveling. We are in the land of Italy. I recently did a little horseback ride. Maybe check that out, where we took a horseback ride around the map, followed the horsey trail. This map by Edomod and Sukaz Farmer. Yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's probably, and it's not even stylistically, as far as gameplay goes, it's not really up my alley. And you'll see why here in a few. I'm just not into European maps. Generally speaking, I do find them to be the most beautiful maps in the game, arguably. And this map is way up there on the list. I can't wait for it to come out for crossplay, because I think it's really going to get a lot of attention when it hits the in-game Giants mod hub. And apparently Edomod is working on that as we speak. I bet it's not too far away, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Just an absolutely stunning map with amazing, amazing detail. And a lot of things that, I think I showed you a few things when we were taking the horseback ride. Just little things that he's done that are just brilliant. And we'll see some of that when we go through it and we get this field knocked out. We are going to be working on, we got hired to do this oat field. Fortunately, the farmer had a very nice MAN agro truck for us. Holds a decent amount of volume. I think it's like 49,000 liters, I think, on this thing. So it's not too shabby. Then we were fortunate enough to find one of these Lavertas. Yeah, that's my best right there. That's what you're gonna get. La Verta. This is actually Italian made. I did a little looking up on it, little wiki. What do they call it? Wikipedia. What do the kids call it these days? Wikipedia. I know somebody that calls it a wiki. It drives me crazy. And we'll go over a little bit of the history of La Verta, but this is part of the, if you're interested in this at all, it is cross-platform. Actually, both of these items are cross-platform. Let's see, what do we have here? The MEN TGS 18500 Kipper, indeed, is what we're using for our truckster, for the family truckster. And then we're using this AGCO leveling pack for our harvester. I've been wanting to try this out. It's been in my mods list for quite some time. They're not large combines, but to me they're a perfect fit for a map like this. And you get three brands. You get the La Verta, you get Fent, and you get a Massey. And there you go. Not bad. I think the La Verta, you have two engine options. You've got the 250 and the 300, and then the Fent, you're going to get a 300, and the Massey, you're going to get a 300. Very nice little combine. Really well done. Not a lot of tire options, just Trailerborg, BKTs, Michelin, Midas. You can't really change, it doesn't look like you can change any of the tire sizes or anything like that. No crawler tracks, stuff like that, but she's a beaut, Clark. She is a beaut. You get a couple of headers with it as well. You get a little 7.6 and a 6.2. And both of these also have the different brands, Massey, Fent, and La Verta available. So that's what we're using. Very simple setup tonight, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I usually have our Throwback Thursdays planned much further ahead. This one, for some reason, I think I had too much fun this week with doing the map tour and a couple other things, and yeah. But I'm glad we're going to get a chance to play on this map, at if for nothing more than just a field. Let's get it knocked out. We have some challenges on this field. This is partially why European maps I'm not just a big fan of. Let me put it this way. I enjoy them for a while, and then I just kind of get fed up and I go, yeah, whatever. I don't want to deal with gates anymore. These little gates here, irritating. And they also oftentimes have obstructions in the fields. Yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan. But I get it. I do get it. It's absolutely stunning. Let's get going. I can yap all day, and you don't want to listen to that. You want to see some farming action. So we're going to do that. We're going to kickstart this, I think. I think I have the farmer does not want straw swathing. So we're going to turn off straw swathing. Let's take a look at what happens when we enable disable. Gotcha. Is this a reskin? I don't think it is. Is it? Is it a reskin? I don't think it is. I get caught on that once in a while where I think, you know, something's from the ground up, but it's really not from the ground up. But I don't think it's a reskin. Anyways, let's take a look inside. Nice little Italian harvester. I don't know what, you know, other than being made in Italy, it looks like a combine. Let's give ourselves a little room to breathe here up front. It doesn't hold a ton, so... Oh yeah. It doesn't hold a ton, so we're going to have to keep our truck handy. To empty. I don't know, if I get in the right mood, maybe we'll do a European. Maybe we'll do a European map. If I do a European map, I resign myself. I'll tell you this much. What am I hitting? A tree? Yeah, see, already I'm irritated. I'm irritated already. If I do end up, when I have played European maps, I resign myself to a couple, 2, 3 things. One, the tight quarters are just what they are. I'm going to use small equipment. It is what it is. So I normally will play European maps, not to build some kind of a farming empire, but to basically just be kind of a, you know, like almost like we did in the old family farm. Just kind of have a nice small family farm, maybe in the UK, maybe here in Italy. I'll tell you, this map right here will be at the top of my list if we're going to do a European map. That's just my opinion. There's too many things about this map that I really, really, really like. Hofbergman would be up there as well. Hofbergman has an enormous amount of extras and features that would be really interesting to get into. But I feel like with Hofbergman, look at that. If you had too big of a combine, you would be ripping some power lines off. I think those are power lines. Or maybe somebody's internet. That house right there would be without internet for about 3 weeks because I'm combining my field. But I feel like with Hofbergman, and I know you probably get used to it and everything with all the extra stuff it has, but I feel like if I tackle Hofbergman, it's like playing the game of Risk. You're in it for the long haul, you know. This is not going to be a 2-week map. This is going to be one of those maps that I'm going to play for the long haul. One of those deals where you have to take the board game and be really, really careful that the pieces don't get moved because you put it away for like a couple days, and then you come back to it and you're just like super careful. that you don't move pieces on it and stuff, and then some idiot comes along and knocks it out of your hands, and you want to kill them, or at the very least you want to have them hurt, and then you quit the game because you're frustrated and you never go back to it. Just speaking from slight experience. I played Risk a few times, and I'm telling you, there was one time when me and a buddy got pretty into it. We decided we were just going to get it. We were going to get into it and really try, and because at the time, this was many years ago, man, I would see that little thing right there sticking out of the ground. That right there for the gate. Yeah, in real life, that right there would just be, it'd be leaning because it's been hit so many times by my combine. Guarantee it. So we got super into it, and it was a lot of fun. I remember it being his name was Paul. He's a pretty cool dude. I think I told you about Paul and his gremlin, his car, not his little pet. He didn't have a gremlin, but when the gremlins came out, yeah, everybody wanted a gremlin, right? But he had the car, a gremlin, and that thing was amazingly horrible. Just, I mean, amazingly horrible car. And I think I told you this, but I'll tell it real quick. I still remember we're at the tennis court. We're playing tennis, and we finish up our tennis match. He gets in the car. He starts it. He puts it in reverse, and the transmission falls onto the ground. It was so amazing. Of course, cell phones weren't around. None of that stuff. If you were going to videotape it, you were going to videotape it. You know, you had to have one of those big old VHS recorders that you used to be able to borrow from your local cable company. I don't know if any of you ever did that before. I had a neighbor, and him and I used to make movies, these home movie things, and we'd go to the local cable company, and they'd let us borrow their. They had equipment you could borrow to make movies. It was kind of cool, actually, but. Anyways, the noise that transmission made when it hit the ground was just epic. Absolutely epic. And we had so much fun with that gremlin. We went okay. We went kart bashing. I think it was at I forget what store it was at. Probably a Kmart or something. I mean, we just had so much fun with that car. But alas, that was the last of the gremlin. The last of the gremlin. Kind of sad. But where was I going? Oh, talking about Risk and how, kind of setting up yourself for a long-term adventure. And that's kind of how I feel like Hofbergman would be. It's like, yep, I'm going to be playing this game, this map for a long while. But, you know, Land of Italy that we're on, it has some cool features. It's got some extra crop types. I think it has it's got the enhanced animal system, so that will add some that will add some features to animal husbandry, which I think would be really cool. This is the AGCO leveling pack. I think this is designed. It doesn't have a flex head, but I think it's designed to be a hill combine. You know, one of those deals where you see the header tilted at like 25-30 degrees off center just for the hill. I kind of want to check that out. Let's throw some oat in here. This is actually going a little quicker than I thought it was going to go. It's not a very big field. We're on field 33. I probably should have showed you that, but we're right here, kind of in the central part of the map. And we need to deliver, excuse me, sorry guys. We need to deliver our goods to this exclamation point right here. The Mill Gragano, I guess. Gragano. Do they say hard G's? I don't know. Gragano, for some reason, sounds better to me. But that's where we're going, not too far away. I took this route right here as a test. Yeah, not good. So we're probably going to be taking this route this way. We might try this, but it's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Might be kind of interesting in this truck. I would not want to try too big of... I'll tell you, you're not going to get anywhere in this map with... Well, I guess you could if you were careful. I'm not. And I suppose you probably could if you were good, like a good driver. I'm not. So there's that, you know. But I personally would stick with the smaller assortment of trucks and tractors and implements and whatnot. In fact, this would probably be the size of the combine I would go with and pretty much stick with. And in fact, this combine I think would be a really good fit for this map and some of the hillier areas that you might encounter. This combine I think would be a really good fit. I think they start you off with that New Holland. You probably saw that New Holland. I just really preferred this guy just because of it's in its homeland. So Liberto, I was surprised to see this company. Used to be, it's been bought out a couple of times, but it originated back in 1873. Let that sink in a minute. 1873, like 150 years ago, right? That's impressive. John Deere has not been around that long, I don't think. I wonder how long has John Deere been around? I don't know. But yeah, 1873, it was started by Pietro Leverda to produce farming implements in the province of Vicenza. I don't know. I shouldn't even try. Let's see. Started with in 1956 was the first year that they made a self-propelled Leverta combine. It was the M60. So their first model of self-propelled combine was the M60 in 1956. It was manufactured. Sorry, trying to drive and read. I could probably just let's do this. Let's finish this row. It's not going to take long for me to give you the details. I just thought it was kind of interesting. I always like reading the history behind some of these companies and the equipment they make. It's kind of cool. Let's line up this edge here, and let's shoot off a helper. So yeah, Leverta. So in 1956, he made the first self-propelled combine for his company, the M60. He formed a partnership with Fiat in 1981. So they became partners. And in fact, basically, they were kind of hand in hand for about 20 years. The Mora family's holding company, Argo SPA, bought Leverta in 2000. So not about 23 years ago. They bought Leverta as Fiat was merging its New Holland agricultural group with Case IH to form CNH Global in 2007. Argo sold 50% of the Leverta business to Agco. So there you go. AGCO's got their hands. What is this person doing that's driving our combine? Why are they reversing? Whatever. Yeah, what are you going to do, buddy? What are you thinking? You want to drive that way? Oh, you're just going to do that little spot right there, maybe? A little stinker. So yeah, AGCO's kind of got their hands in a lot of things, don't they? Oh, is he going to reverse all the way back down the other way? Is that for real? That is amazing. These poles must be throwing off the hired help. Oh, she usually does a really good job. That's Gwen's cousin. Oddly enough, Gwen is my sister. I think I've told you this. Gwen is my sister, and that's Gwen's cousin, but not my cousin. And it's just such a weird family dynamic. I really never want to get into it. Plus, I think if I talk about it in public, my life may be in danger. So I don't want to. Oh, nice miss. So yeah, I don't want to get into the whole Gwen sister cousin thing because it just gets messy. And I've already had a couple letters sent to the house warning me about cutting a little bit close to the edge on that. So I'm going to be really careful. But yeah, it sounds like Liberta's had quite a history, and it's impressive that a company like that from 1873. I'm gonna have to check out and see. You know what? You're fired. I'm sorry, honey. You're fired. You're just fired. We're not gonna get this field done. You're just fired. I don't know what else to tell you. Go pack it up. Thanks for the effort. Go enjoy the Italian countryside, but you're done. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Companies like that have that kind of history, and then of course, and I don't mean to sound cynical, but of course they get bought up by the big conglomerates, and that's all you see of them anymore. You know, it's kind of sad. I think it's fair to say that Klaus is still on their own. I don't believe I think they are still family owned. And they may be, if not the only, one of the very few larger farm equipment companies that haven't sold out to the man, you know? So credit to them. Credit to them. Doesn't that look really good? That just looks really good to me coming out of that. All that chaff coming out of that combine just looks pretty good. I like it. I do. I usually like to get the get the straw. If it's my farm, I like getting the straw from it, but I actually do prefer the looks of this over straw swaths. That's just kind of a personal likeness thing, I guess. So I hope you're all having a good week, enjoying yourselves. It's the weather is at least beginning to turn a little bit for the slightly warmer around me. Had a lot of people without power the other night. I think I mentioned to you we were actually going to get our first snow of the year out west of me, closer to Lake Michigan. They got upwards of 9 inches, so a pretty good dump. And sadly, a lot of people, like 25, 30,000 people lost power. It was one of those really heavy, wet snows, that you get that make amazing snowballs. You can make really hard balls with wet snow. Really hard ones, In fact, I've probably out of all the balls that I've had in my hands for snowballs, the hardest ones have been from the wet snow. And I had a friend who knew how to pack balls. This dude packed them like the best of them. And he was a bit of a freak about it, but he actually would go as far as to pre-pack. He brought along a cooler, like an igloo cooler, but like a bigger one. And he would pre-pack his balls. And and he would stuff them into the cooler so that you had a large amount of balls ready to go for the inevitable snowball fight. And although he never admitted to it, we all believe that he was one of those, you know, the rock, one of those guys that like to throw a couple rocks inside there. Yeah, he was not somebody I enjoyed snowball fights with. Had a heck of an arm too. But yeah, but I'll tell you what, if I ever needed somebody on my team, he was definitely my ball handler for sure. He was my number one ball. He was my number one ball handler, ball maker, ready to go. Ooh, there you go, Brad. There you go. You finally hit it. It took a while, but you got it. Let's dump what we have here and finish up this field and go deliver our crops so that you all can stop listening to me yammer on. Beauty. Pardon me, uno momento, por favor, si vous plaît, as I take a small beverage break. It has, my apologies, but I gotta tell you, the you can feel the dryness, you know, that winter dry air. I can really tell that has started. I got to get the old humidifier out this year. I swore I was going to get it out last year, and I didn't, and I regret it. So this year I'm going to make it a point to get the humidifier going again. They make such a big difference. They're really, really nice. If for nothing else, in the bedroom, I know I sleep a lot better with humidified air in the wintertime than I do without it, that's for sure. Feel better in the morning too. And you know, just for funsies, I like to keep the old humidifier filter in for the whole season so it gets nice and fungicide, because it adds a special aroma to the humidified air. I don't really do that, but I don't know. I'm kind of a stickler about some things. That's like one of the things I'm kind of a stickler about, is I just can't. I have to replace those filters. I probably over replace them, if I'm being honest with you. I think I overdo it, but I figure, you know what, man? I don't want that nasty, I don't want nasty, moldy air, pumping everywhere. So I figure I'd at least try and care a little bit about it. And I have one of those smaller ones, so the filters aren't like $50 a piece, fortunately. All right, I don't think we have to go too hog wild on getting every last scrap, but I think we will grab this row right here, because after all, we are being paid to do somebody else's field, and I kind of want to look like we at least kind of know what we're doing. The farmer comes back to check our work and sees this row here sitting here. He's probably not going to be very impressed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get, let's try not to hit that post. Thank you very much. And let's try not to hit this post if we can avoid it. I kind of wanted to use Courseplay because I know Courseplay will do a good job usually with these posts, but I don't know, kind of got into just doing some combine work, and this field's not massive, so we just knocked it out. We got it done. Beautiful. All right. Nope, don't start it up, Brad. Doesn't need that. Let's get our pipe put in. Oh, wait a minute. That is so cool, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that baby just settle down. Let's watch her again. Yeah. Giddy up. Who makes this mod, by the way? The ADCO leveling pack. Oh, I apologize, you guys. I don't have the mod that tells us who makes the mod installed. My bad. I will, I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in this ADCO leveling pack. I'll leave a link to it in the Giants in-game mod hub. You can probably find it pretty well yourself. I did a search for a Laverta, and I didn't find anything because I really wanted to find this brand since it's an Italian brand. And somehow I Forrest Gumped my way into finding this pack, which in turn had the Laverta, so I was kind of happy about that. And I can leave a link. This is also in the Giants in-game mod hub as well. If you're interested, I'll leave a link to both of them. I think I will remember. I think I will. All right, let's hop in the big rig. And let's go see if we can get lost. I've got traffic turned on. Oh, there goes one of those trucks. Yeah, it's really cool. This map has that custom traffic pack, and it catches your eye because you're just not used to seeing. You're used to seeing the same things over and over again, and now you're starting to see like these buses and these different tipper trucks. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and fold this bad boy up. Let's see what kind of horn we got. Oh, sweet. We got a truck horn. That's awesome. And we've got blinkers. We've got dual turning axles, I think, in the front. We do indeed. Nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right. Do a little some European truck sim here. And I'll probably miss my turn, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Yeah, I'm all over the road. I'm not sure what the speed limit is around these parts. I don't do kilometers an hour, but that's it. Oh, that was a horsey sign. That was for that horse trail, I think. That's kind of cool. I hope that wasn't our turn. Whoa. Whoa, Brad. Whoa. Hey, at least we're driving on the right side of the road. Imagine the chaos I would be involved in if I had to actually think about driving on the opposite side of the road. Here's our turn. I think this is our turn. Oh, Mr. Bus. Mr. Bus, hello. Hello. Oh, is this a private drive? No, this is our turn. Okay. Oh, they don't like me at all. They don't like me. There's a bus. That's a tanker, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Brad. Pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. We should. Oh, turn your blinker off. Thank you. I don't think that was our turn. There's ditches on this map too, so you gotta kinda... Oh, I think that was our turn, actually. You know what? I think that was our turn, because I think this is... Or is this it right here? No, that's a farm. Let's take a quick cheaty pick. That was our turn. I missed, I think. Where am I at? I'm up here. Yeah, I should have taken that little number right there. All right, let's do a little UE. Can I get to it if we keep going straight? We can do it. No, not really. Yeah, because I don't think that's going to... Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's take out that dumpster. Nobody cares about that anyways. In fact, this is the farm of the person that we are... whose field I believe we are taking care of. All right, Beauty, don't take his fence down, Brad. End up owing him money. This thing's got some decent suspension action to it, too, I think. It's kind of nice. All right, we need this guy here, I believe. Yeah, she's got some ditches and ravines. Isn't it beautiful, though? Just such a well done map. A lot of really nice details. I hope this is where we're supposed to go. Okay, good. All right. I questioned it, but I believe this is it. Now we just need to figure out... I think our selling point is over here. This is not the selling point here, but I think it's right there where it says sell area. I think that's the giveaway. I think. I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's take a quick peek ski at where we're at, what we're doing. Brad? Oh, Brad. Oh, man, I was looking in the wrong place. Go to contracts. Field 33. The Mil Gregano. That is indeed the Mil Gregano, correct? Mil Gregano. Exclamation point is here, though. That's what has me a bit disturbed. Why is the exclamation point here and not here? I'm not entirely sure. Cell area and input area. Another output, an output area. Okay. Oh, what's this? Management point. Nice. Okay, so we can buy the Mil Gregano for $200,000. Yeah, that's got to be our drop-off point. It's the only one. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Find out that we delivered the farmer's stuff to the wrong place and he sues us and we're out of business. Get to turning anytime soon there, Brad. Thank you. That'll work. And let's unload. Beauty. We are in the right place. I love these markers. They are just so much nicer than the standard game markers. Do you all agree with that, or do you prefer the other style markers that that Giants uses? I'm curious what you all think. I just think they're just... I don't know why, but they just are, to me, they're just like, I think they feel softer on the eyes. To me, they blend nicer. And honestly, no offense, Giants, they look a lot more professional. Just, just in my opinion. But you know what? That could all just be up to the person. So maybe it's also because it probably has a lot to do as well with the fact that they're different, That's probably a big part of it. They're just different. Not what I normally see in Farm Sim, so that's probably a big part of it. But I like them. I like them a lot. And to me, it's funny. I think they make a big enough difference that they're just nice. It just adds even more to the map. All right, so we have wrapped up. Let's take a quick peek at our contracts, actually. We should be able to complete this bad mamba jamba. Not a lot of money, but the good news is, along with what was that, $3,900? Yep, $3,900 that we just made, or euros. We do get free pizza, so there's that. So how can you argue? You know what I'm saying? You can't hardly argue with that deal. This is. As I'm driving this truck around, this is probably about the biggest truck I think I'd want to try to use on this map. Honestly, I don't know if I'd want to go with anything too much bigger than this thing. But I really like this truck, actually. I think this would be a truck that I would definitely want to use on this map. It's got good suspension, a good turning axis or radius. I like it. So where are we at? And isn't it... Look at that. I just noticed that. Refueling area. Refueling area. You can read it from either side. I know. I'm entertained by small things. But isn't that cool? I mean, it's just detail. It's mod authors that are extremely talented. You can tell that between Sukaz Farming and Edomod that they're artists. They're talented artists, and sometimes I wish I had like a tenth of what these people were given as far as abilities go, and not just given, but have honed over the years. It's pretty impressive. Got a little fuel tank there, I guess. I just love it. I'm selling myself more and more on this map than even originally when I first saw it. Yeah. Grain unloading area and grain loading area, and they just stack them. They just stack the deals. You just gotta love it. You gotta love it. Wouldn't this be an amazing place to raise the family? When you need something, you just go into town. Town's not too far away. But otherwise, you're just out here in the peaceful countryside of Italy. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, everyone. You're probably tired of hearing me drool. So we're going to call it good for now in the land of Italy. Maybe we'll do another contract while we're here, since they're small. Maybe we'll try one more contract. Otherwise, we'll keep traveling. We're going to keep checking out other maps that are available to us. There's a lot of maps out there for us to look at, so we're going to keep going. Oh, I like this too. The color selection right here for the workshop. Beauty. I just want to keep walking around and looking at stuff. And this isn't even the high res. I need to pick that up. I got to throw some money their way and get the high res. Get the high res textures. I personally, for me at least, I do it just because, mostly because of the, throw a little something for the effort. That I'm concerned about the resolution of the images. Yeah. But thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think about the map. And let me know, too, if you have any thoughts on any other maps that you want us to travel to and try to get contract jobs at. I'm just going to keep trying to hit as many as we can. So that's the route we're going. But if you have any that you want to see sooner than later, let me know in the comments, and I'm certain we can make that happen. Otherwise, you all take care of yourselves. Have a really safe Thursday, wherever you may be. Take care of each other. I totally appreciate your comments, your feedback, your likes, subscriptions. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Seem to have a little bump lately in subscribers. And I really appreciate that, you guys. It's awesome to see more and more people come into the RQS family. And just keep in mind, I completely lost my train of thought. I looked to my right on my second monitor, and and Wikipedia is still up, and I don't know why, but I was like, the Braganze plant just like came out at me. So I know I'm probably losing my mind, but that's what happened, and that's what that big pause was for. But yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow back in tranquil waters in the United States of America. Actually, I suppose it could be Canada. Right? It could be Canadian. I don't want to be anti-Canadian. You all know I love the Canadians. Love the Canadians. Beautiful country. There's a lot of things I miss about Canada, actually, that I remember too. I don't miss how expensive food was. I remember my parents always complaining about how expensive food was. But anyways, you all take care. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.